Folks, I think we're going to need a bigger review station. How's it going, everybody? Mike here from Kapowcast here with another Hot Toys figure review. Today we're taking a look at Big Daddy Thanos from Avengers Endgame. I have been waiting for this guy for a long time. It's been a long and trying road. First they released one for Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I passed on it because I'm like, you know what? They're going to release something better, and I'm going to get that one. I'm not going to waste my money on that one, even though it came with a chair. Then Infinity War happened. They released the Infinity War version, and I actually had that one on pre-order. I wasn't a super big fan, and still am not a super big fan of the de-armored look, if you will. Just the very bare bones version. Just aesthetically, it just wasn't my thing. But I had him on pre-order, and then they announced this guy like mere days before that one was supposed to ship, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cancel him. I'm gonna get this one. And so I did, and they even actually Sideshow was really good. It was my first time canceling, so they refunded my deposit, which it didn't really matter because it was just going right back towards this anyway, so that might have been why. And then finally, you know, I got the shipping notification. They charged my card, and then they were like, sorry, we ran out. I was not very happy, but I told them keep the money. When it gets in, ship it, and that's what happened. So finally, it's been a long road. I actually haven't even opened this guy yet. I've been waiting for my day off from work to do this because I'm just like, you gotta keep holding on for something good. So real quick here, there's a look at the package. It looks really nice. You got the cool picture of Thanos there. This A is a little smooth, little bit of a different texture. You flip over here to the side of the box. I'm gonna have to move the camera for you guys. You got the gold A there, and then up top here we have the gold Infinity Gauntlet, which is on, it's the same on both sides, so we're not gonna spend too much time on the other side there. Back here you have all your warnings, your blah blah blahs. Don't eat your Thanos figure, because that would be bad. Like I said, same thing on this side. Flip it down here. There it says Thanos MMS. What is it? 529 1/6 scale collectible figure. Yeah, buddy. Then in the bottom here, oh, heavy box. It just says Avengers Endgame. And this is the more traditional slipcover Hot Toys case, which I'm not a huge fan of. I much prefer the more shoebox stuff. It feels a little, I don't know, anticlimactic compared to what you're getting. But give me a moment while I track down Bat Knife. I seem to have misplaced him. I'll crack this guy open. And here's Thanos in his plastic prison. I am so ready. I just want to rip the box open real quick. But as you can see, we get some hands here. We get some Infinity Gauntlet stuff, which I will talk about that in a few. I know people are very about it. And then we have his blade here, and then we have the head sculpt, the helmet, and Thanos. Oh boy, I'm really excited. Let's get him open. Okay, so first up, let's take a look at Thanos' accessories. First up, he does come with a display base. This is, I think, the display base they use for like quarter scale figures. It's very nice. It's got the Avengers A there disintegrating or coming together, depending on how you look at it. If you're a glass half full, glass half empty kind of person. But yep, this should be nice. I like this. It's very hollow too, so. But no metal nameplate. That's kind of a bummer. But we'll make do. He also does come with, well, we'll get to the Gauntlet. We'll do that. He does come with batteries for the Gauntlet, which I will not be installing in this video. Two reasons. One, I can't find my small screwdriver. I've searched all over my lovely compound, and I cannot find it. So I will have to pick up a new one. That's actually why I haven't done the Captain Marvel review yet. I got the Captain Marvel figure, and I got the batteries in the head and I needed a smaller screwdriver for the hands, and I haven't been able to find one to do it. So there you go. Also though, if you do want to see these lit up, I do have a review up on the Kapowcast YouTube page for the Infinity War version, and I do show off the light up effects on those, which, I mean, to be honest, the hassle that you go through to put these batteries in, because sometimes it is a big hassle, and most of the time I just take them right out because I've heard of them damaging figures if kept in too long. So honestly, the hassle to put them in, flip the light on for a few seconds, go ooh ah, and then you gotta take them out, and then it's just, I don't know, it's not super enticing to me to do, but you know, it's cool that they do it. I just wish there was a better way of, you know, a less strenuous way of getting the batteries in, so I don't have to feel like I'm gonna, you know, potentially ruin my figure if I keep them in. If they're, you know, that way I can flip them on whenever I want. But I don't know, I'm gonna start rambling there. So we also have some hands. We have a pair of open hands, little Thanos grabby hands, little more relaxed hand. This is like take my hand, or no, it's like if he wants to do the sun getting real low Hulk. And then another kind of like more gesturing to actual gripping hands for his big blade here. This thing looks awesome. It's not die cast or anything like that. It is plastic, but it looks very nice. Like the detail in it, the weathering. Let's just, oh, it looks so good. They got like the speckling. Looks very nice, very worn. I really like it. Same on the other side. So you can put either hand in here. The issue is these hands are super stiff. So you gotta kind of try to pry them apart to get him to hold it. It would have been better to have like a cut, like right in the middle here. It looks like they're, I mean, it's almost made for that. Like have a cut like right here. That way you can just put one in there, put the other in, attach it, and you're good to go. I don't have to worry about scratching the paint or, you know, potentially breaking something on this, but I'll have to probably heat one of these hands up and to get that in there. And then we do have this alternate Thanos head sculpt. Once again, looks really good. These are the same exact head sculpts as the Infinity War one. Same exact ones. Slightly different paint tones, but other than that, the same. I mean, but look at those eyes. Those eyes are fantastic. Let's see if we can get a zoomy zoom in. Like, oh, it looks so good. Very happy with that. The eyes, man, it, oh my gosh. Sometimes I just don't know what to even say. So sometimes these Hot Toy ones aren't as entertaining as I'd like them to be, because sometimes I'm just looking at it through the camera, I'm literally blown away by the detail. And I guess technically, if you want to say, count this as an accessory, he does have his helmet, which this is really nice. This slips right on, no issues. You don't have to do that thing where sometimes with helmets on Hot Toys you take it apart and you have to settle it. Like there's a Loki, the Loki one feels like sometimes I'm gonna break it, but no, this is really nice. And if you look inside here, they got some nice, it's all like a velvet, so that way you're not potentially scratching, potentially scratching the paint on the head sculpt. And it, like I said, it just goes on so smooth, so seamless. Just bam, you're good to go. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, I hate it. I hate how good it looks. But we got some nice texture there, and we'll get more into that, like the weathering and just the damage around the helmet. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I'm so happy I finally have a Thanos. And he does also come with, as I said, the gauntlets. Now, Whoops, bump the camera. I get it. He didn't technically use use this gauntlet, this version of it in Endgame. But all the promotional work leading up to the movie had him with this gauntlet on. It was a little deceiving, but it was to keep the movie exciting, to keep the suspense. So up until that movie was released, it was believed that this was what he had. So my only guess is that Hot Toys had already gone far enough in the production process where this is what we were getting. I would take this over no gauntlet at all, personally. Also, as I said, I know it's technically not accurate to the film, but the way that he looks in Endgame is way better. I think it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You get the actual real Infinity Gauntlet, and you get an armored Thanos. The way I think most people, I could be wrong, but I know myself, really wanted to see him in Infinity War. You know, I still remember being very disappointed with that kind of stripped down, helmetless Thanos, and I was like, I don't really like how he looks. But regardless, I still love the character. He still was awesome in the movie. I still love the movie, but it wasn't what I wanted to see in a Thanos. This armored version is what I wanted, and is my version of Thanos. But real quick here, with the gauntlet, it does detach right here, just like the Infinity War one. And you can pop this one on, this open hand. And he does have the articulated fingers, which are very nice. I know a lot of people are bummed you can't really get him into like a snapping gesture, but I mean you can kind of fuzz it. How do you snap your fingers? I just learned like a year ago. But you can kind of, you know, it's not, I don't know. You can kind of mess with it, do something. I haven't decided yet which version I'm gonna put on him, because I am gonna display him with it. Oh, you bet your sweet ass I am. The one thing he doesn't come with that I kind of wish he did come with is the bent arm. No bent arm on this version. That's kind of a bummer, especially because he had that more rubber-like texture for the arm. So as far as keeping him displayed with it bent, not really an option for us that only have this version. But you know, you win some, you lose some. I'm willing to make that sacrifice just to have this armored Thanos. So without further ado, let's take a look. Well, folks, here he is. Here is Thanos out of the package. This took a lot of finagling to try to get him to fit in the picture. I don't know if I had that hard of a time with the Infinity War one. I'm pretty sure I did. But just trying to get things set just right. You know, I'm sitting so far back from him, I can hardly reach him right now. But we're gonna try. I scoot my chair forward and we're gonna see what we can do. Holy crap, guys, though, this guy is impressive. Just like the Infinity War one, it's literally like I'm staring right at him. Like, it's like he jumped off the screen. It looks so lifelike, so incredible. I have a little bit of a gripes. First of all, they did use the same body from the Infinity War one. How do I know that? Because when I opened him, his arm was popped off. But it pops right back in because it's the same body as the Infinity War one that had the swap out arm. So I didn't have a heart attack or anything when opening it. So that's good. I was like, okay, we're good. Second, he is a little wobbly, a little, you know, very loose in the hips here, which, you know, I don't see it being too much of a problem because he's still, the bottom portion here is still very, very sturdy. I'm gonna see here if I can rearrange things a little bit where we can get an actual closer look at everything and just really take in all the details. Oh, holy jeez, this guy's heavy. So once again, look at that face. Just, oh my gosh, it's so impressive. It just looks, the eyes look so lifelike. There are some figures that they do sometimes that have those very dead, lifeless eyes, but these ones, these have life behind it. Like if you look at the, I don't know, if that Ant-Man that just came out, like there's just something about like sometimes the eyes just have a dead look to them, but this has all kinds of determination and just evil and just, oh, so much behind just the eyes alone. And we got all the sculpting work on the chin. And we zoom out here a little bit. And once again, like you look at that weathering all throughout the armor. Oh, so good. And you got the little hangy bits here. This part on this side is a little popped up, I think because I bent it while opening, so that's a little unfortunate, but you know, it's not the worst thing that could happen. I mean, that one's kind of like that too, so I'm not super concerned. I'm the type of person, once I get these guys posed, I don't really touch them that much. I know some may consider that kind of sacrilege, but, and then look at the back here, that beefy Thanos back. Let's take a look. Under here. Oh, all right, little Thanos butt. Looks like he's got like some joggers on underneath. Thanos and his joggers. Lovely. Whoop! And oh, we almost had a catastrophe. But yeah, this is so. This is the Thanos I wanted. This is what I was hoping for originally with Infinity War and stuff like that. So I'm very happy with it. Let's swap out a couple of the parts here and get a look at a different version of Thanos. And here we have the Mad Titan in what is not exactly the most flattering angle for him, but you know, here he is with his helmet on. He's got that snarling face. He's got the gauntlet going. I will say the gauntlet is a little frightening to put on. I'm afraid I'm going to scratch something, so I probably won't be switching it on and off too often. Once I get it where I want it, I'm apt to just kind of leave it. One thing to note is these shoulder bits here, these are magnetic. So what I suggest, so you don't get too much paint rub, is get the arms kind of where you want them. You can pop these off, get the arms where you want them, and then just pop them back on. Same thing, these bicep bands here, like these are actually a separate piece as well. So you know, you could strip this whole arm down if you want, just boom, boom, boom. But yeah, this is very nice. I still don't know if I'm gonna have him, you know, pose like this with the face, or maybe do like the fisted one. I'm not sure. But this is so nice. I'm so happy that I finally have a Thanos. I'm gonna attempt to get that sword in his hand. So we'll see how that goes. If I come back very angry, we will know that it did not go well. But once again, don't want to leave this bent too long, so I'm gonna put it right back to where it was. I'm gonna move this part here. Get this arm back to where we had it. And then there it is. Put that right there, and yeah. Still very, very impressive figure. You know, there's always that time where I'm like, is this going to be the Hot Toys figure that I'm not super impressed with, or that I'm just kind of like, meh? And once I get him in hand, I'm blown away. I'm speechless. What more can I say? Let's see if we can get that double-sided blade in his hand. So yeah, I got the blade in his hand. I tried to use some warm water. It didn't seem to have that much of an effect, so it was still rather nerve-wracking doing it. But he holds it. It's super tight fit. I do worry about him becoming a little top-heavy over time, but still looks so good. Yeah, not much more else to say about this guy. So let's go ahead and let's get some comparisons. And here we have Thanos next to the Infinity War, or not Infinity War. What am I thinking? Age of Ultron Hulk. As you can see, a bit of a height difference, but there was in the movies, so I'm not too mad about that. I need to fix his helmet. I did not like how that looked. I think the size difference is perfect. These are two massive, very heavy figures, but I I love them both very much. Here he is next to one of my favorite adversaries that he had in Infinity War, Doctor Strange. Love that fight. Once again, they scale very well together. Sadly, didn't really have much interaction in Endgame, but it really wasn't a film meant for that, was it? Let's see who else we got. Next to the recently mentioned and recently released Captain Marvel figure from the Captain Marvel film. Big height difference, but man, was it great to see those two go at it at Endgame. Loved it. Here he is next to the Age of Ultron Cap. I do have Endgame Cap on pre-order, so I cannot wait to size these two up and have them really face off. And last but not least, here he is next to the Infinity War Thor, one of my favorite figures. This figure is awesome. I love this figure. There is not much more I can really say about this figure. I love it. I'm super happy with it. I'm so glad I have a Thanos finally. Yeah, the Gauntlet's not film accurate, but you know what? It's my figure. It's my collection. And that's the beauty of it. It'll be your figure, your collection. You can display them however you like. In the end, you're the only one that's really seeing it that much. So whatever floats your boat. And if you like this video and you do want to see more, go ahead, click the subscribe button, click the bell notification to get notified every time we post content on this great channel. And while you're at it, go ahead, give us a like, comment below, do whatever you like. Feel free to check out the show wherever podcasts are listened to. Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, all that fun stuff. Until next time, take care.